Blue red mid-range here. Hey, Cave Dog, thanks for the 313 sub. I appreciate that. Welcome back. So mid-range is a good definition of what we have going on here. So I wouldn't quite classify as what we have going on here as a control deck, but we have some good solid proactive elements. Rekindling Phoenix is an interesting card. So I was really high on this card at the start of the format, but I've kind of mellowed on it a little bit as the formats go on longer because there's a little bit more Lava Coils in this format. This card lines up exceedingly well against a lot of the things that people are doing. So the fact that this card is prevalent makes Rekindling Phoenix a little bit worse. Legion Warboss, another card that's interesting. This is very good against the control decks, but it's a little bit medium against the green-black and decks that play to the board, but we can always board that out in those matchups with things like Cannonade out of the board. So at any rate, let's dive in to a couple of matches here. For those of you that are new to the channel, this deck, like most of the decks that I stream here, are viewer-submitted deck lists. If you're interested in potentially having your deck played on stream at some point in the future, you can check out the details here on my website. 2 tap lands, neither of them are Memorial. Do you need extra red sources? I think so. Getting red by 4 is pretty important. This hand's great. This hand doesn't have any early interaction if my opponent's being aggressive, but if they are aggressive, hopefully search for Azcanta. It's going to let us provide a little bit of selection to find what we need. Yep, artifact released this afternoon. Enrage, rampant growth. Okay. If I had to venture a guess, this is probably not about to be a good scene for us. We probably need to be aggressive in a matchup like this because our red removal spells are not going to line up well into giant dinosaurs. Is Artifact any good? It's very busy. I think I like the gameplay, but it just has a lot going on. It's hard to follow as far as content is concerned. I've been enjoying playing it personally, but it has a lot going on. I was gonna say something bad. Protect me from myself. Don't let me do it. This can't be blocked by black creatures. Thankfully, that doesn't include Rekindling Phoenix here, so we'll be able to get that in there and block. I'll see you at SCGCom, but I won't be able to make it to the LCQ, so I'll just be saying hello between rounds. Awesome. I'll see you in the finals next year. We'll see about that. I don't usually make it to the finals of tournaments. I'm a professional quarterfinalist. My opponent could likely just be playing, you know, like mono green cards they own. There is no reason to attack with this, really. Artifact is a game which clearly has stuff that was put into it to see if it could be put in. It's got like something like 2.5 different resource system. It's complicated for the sake of being complicated. Yeah, exactly. I feel like Artifact feels like this thing where it's one of those things where, like, we spent so much time wondering if we could. We never stopped to ask ourselves if we should. You know, just like, well, we definitely can do all these things, but should we be doing them? I don't know. Do I play MTGO anymore? Yep. If you look at my schedule here, you can find not only when I'm streaming, but also what formats and at clients I'm streaming on those days. XR Tron, thank you for the 5-month resub. I appreciate that. Welcome back. We do Magic Online a minimum of 5 days a week, or 2 days a week on my channel. Usually we do 3 or so. This thing gives trample, doesn't it? Well, we're super dead. Yeah, and this is the thing that I get, like, I started when this format first came out, blue-red control is just like one of my favorite archetypes. So that was like the first thing I started brewing in this format, and the more I play blue-red control decks and mid-range decks like this, the more I feel like I come to the conclusion that, like, not playing white cards just doesn't make sense. Like, the white cards are just so good that you should be playing them, basically. I think I want both of those, right? Yeah, I would like both of those. Let's kill that one. Want Azcanta to resolve first, so I count. That didn't matter, right? Yeah, that didn't matter. There were 5 cards in my bin. And I did resolve Azcanta first. I'm pretty sure I did. You're gonna make me go back and check the tape now, but I'm pretty sure I did that, right? It made me choose the target for the Phoenix, but I'm pretty sure I stacked my trigger correctly. All right, watch. It'll go the same way again this time. So, like, this next turn is going to go the same way, so we'll know. Yes, it auto-stacked it, so the search for Azcanta resolved first. Y'all are crazy. It just makes you target this targets, right? But it doesn't resolve first. So the search for Azcanta trigger is resolving here before... This you have to choose the target for the Phoenix egg when it goes on the stack. All right, we're actually not in a terrible spot here. The Song of Freylays is going to kick off next turn. Does this give trample? Give Indestruct? Yes, it does give trample. Woof. So do I trade with Vinemare? I think I just trade with Vinemare. Can I kick Fight with Fire next turn? I have 4. Yeah, I can kick Fight with Fire next turn. Sweet. They're dead, right? It's actually just 21U. No, actually, it's 20. It's 20, yeah. It's like 10U, 11U, 9U, 21. Yep. Welcome to Thunderdome. Nicely executed pivot there. Nicely executed pivot. With some good clean living. Blackjack, right? Alright, we're gonna board in the Star of Extinction. I'm gonna cut these Legion Warbosses, and I'm gonna bring in these Disdainful Strokes. Ral could probably actually get up and kick that stupid 10-10 in the throat at some point. Fight with Fire is a sweet card. The design on it's really interesting. I like, and that's one of the things I think they've done really well in this format as opposed to last time we went to Rav. So the last time we went to Ravnica, we had Do Nothing Sphinx's Revelation control that was really good, and I feel like they've worked really hard to give the control decks cards that are obviously good for closing to make them want to play it. One of the things that stuck with me from that game that we just played there is how good this card was on defense, right? Like, this card, just like being this unkillable blocker, was very, very good there. Just chumping and trading again and again and again. Ding. Give me an elf to kill, baby. Give me an elf to kill. Papi! I will respond to your deck probably tomorrow afternoon or evening, Digitech. I already sent out my responses for today before I fire it up tonight. I'm probably gonna go late enough tonight that I'll pass out after I'm done. Activated my trap card. We got Discovery here to try and dig for our land drops. Yep. Nope, just there for the cantrip. One other thing I'm not certain on looking at this deck list, I feel like I would be surprised if Discovery was better than Opt. I would be kind of surprised if Discovery was better than Opt. Can my tier 2 for Dealer's Choice? Definitely Captain Magar. Thank you for the support. So, like, we have 4 Discoveries and 2 Ops right now. I feel like I'd like to flip that. Maybe I'm supposed to let that resolve because I can trade the Phoenix for it. Opt is better with Niv as well. Yep, I agree with that sentiment. Discovery is good at powering up your Drakes. Correct, they don't have a way to cast the back half. This deck wants Divination? No, I don't think that's true. I think the cantrips are fine. Looking for a red source. My opponent has huge tracts of land. Yeah, it looks like the opponent's playing a modified version of one of the starter decks. You hit those on occasion. I'm really looking forward to the ladder being functional in this application. Nah, it's just not relevant enough. That's not the droid we're looking for, but I guess we'll put it into play. Alright, this blocks forever. Forever? Forever, ever. We've activated their trap card, chat. Kids like me button. I'm funny looking. At least that's what my wife says. Especially when I don't have facial hair. I think this is keepable on the play. If they have an elf start, we're going to be really sad. They have a lot of really big creatures. So I don't think I'm particularly interested in that. Niv's just giving me those puppy dog eyes. All right, well, this is working out well. The way their draw has lined up, this hand was a good keep. What's my plan if I 0-4 drop at SCG Con? I'll probably play one of the 5K things that they have going on there. All right, Phoenix, you're on blocking duty. Duty. Yeah, that one resolves. So really want to hit an untapped land here so we can jam Niv. Yeah, so worth noting here, I agree with you that a blue-red dedicated control deck doesn't hold up well. What we're playing isn't a dedicated control deck. This is more of a mid-range deck. We have a lot of creatures that are evasive that can push points of damage through. So I agree with your assessment that playing just blue and red in a controlling strategy is not ideal. Remember when we let the 2-3 resolve? It's like, well, what's the worst thing that can happen? It's just a 2-3, right? You know, what's the big deal? What's the big deal? I agree. Clearly should have countered the elf. Oh gosh. Oh, we're so close. We're so incredibly close, chat. Oh, why are we so close? Oh gosh. Give me a lava coil. Give me a lava coil. That's an opt. That's an opt. So you're saying there's a chance. So you're saying there's a chance. Come on, opt. Come on. I need another opt, or I need a shock or a lava coil or something here. Come on. Yeah, buddy. Okay. We need to draw land now. All right. All right, we just gotta survive. Ha, 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 ha. Stay alive. Ha, 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 ha. Stay alive. Alrighty. We have 1 Star of Extinction in our deck for a reason. This does 20 and not 10, right? Oh yeah, just needed to make sure. I couldn't remember if that did 20 or 10. Turns out it does 20. All right, fantabulous. That bird, please come back. All right. If this isn't a flavorful win, I don't know what is. Kaboom! Boom, baby! Boom, baby! Get him out of here. All right. Oh gosh, this tramples, doesn't it? Yeah, it does. This game's been an emotional roller coaster. You are not wrong. All right, trade my Drake. I don't know that I'm currently equipped to read and answer your question, Neemzor. All right. Or slam Big Daddy Dragon into play and wrap things up here real quick like. This game, like, we got a little bit fortunate this game for sure. Niv 2, the Electric Boogaloo. We got a little bit fortunate to win that game, but I really feel like that game was a testament to just how incredibly good Rekindling Phoenix is in this deck, right? Like, that Rekindling Phoenix was impressive in that. And like, I know like the green deck wasn't tier 1, right? But like, it was doing something powerful that arguably lined up really well against what we were doing. Like, they're playing large creatures that our red removal couldn't kill. And Rekindling Phoenix gave us this ability to kind of stabilize or stall the board until we could pivot or answer. So when's the next time we are streaming Modern? Sunday at the latest. You can always find my schedule on my website. In addition to the days that I stream there, I have what formats I'm streaming on which days. Oh, I should have swapped up. I'm going to swap up the cantrips after between this match and the next one. I'm going to bottom that, looking for lands and threats here for sure. Every deck that runs red runs 4 Lava Coils. Yeah, Lava Coil is just one of the best removal spells in this format. So if you can cast it, you want to be able to cast it. You want to have a bunch of them usually. We're so used to the ridiculous mono red Phoenix decks of previously, and I didn't think about it as a defensive card. Yep. And Phoenix, especially in this mid-range style of deck, it's a card that pivots really well, right? It's a card that plays defense incredibly well, but then shifts into an aggressive role when you're ready to take one very naturally. I am willing to wager our handful of Lava Coils is not about to be particularly good against whatever our opponent is doing. There's a lot of everything in this format, and it's very easy to fall into a confirmation bias of there's only this deck or there's none of this deck when you like hit a string and just like play against a bunch of the same. Our Phoenix's recursiveness is probably... Oh. Yeah. Yeah. Alright, I'm gonna move along here. There's no way we're winning with 3 Lava Coils in our hand, so I'm just like not gonna let them know what we're doing. This seems good. Who's ATP? For those of us who are uninformed. No Banefires this matchup. No, so I don't. So the opponent's deck, if you're not familiar, I guess they're probably going to bring in some counters against us. The opponent's deck, while it looks like a dedicated control deck, is actually a pseudo combo deck of sort. Just having like our 2 shocks in both our hands here just like feels real bad. I mean, the shocks don't really help you. The burn spells don't really help you close. They're like good for like the last couple points, but like otherwise they're just like dead. Until this card is killing my opponent, it's a dead draw, which I think makes it less than ideal. Play my incredibly powerful 0-4. Stroke it, baby. Yeah, that's true too. They also have ways to gain health. So, if they're playing the deck I believe they're playing, they're actually not playing Teferi. If you're not familiar with the opponent's deck, if you go to my website and click Standard and look up the Amulet deck on there, that's likely what they're playing. They showed us a Primal Amulet in Game 1. This is a deck I donated. Phoenix alongside Niv and Drakes have been what has impressed me most. The deck has a lot of staying power. I'm unsure of the Goblin. I tried them out with Treasure Map instead, and I really liked how it felt. What are your thoughts on that? Put this towards Black-Red Walkers, please. Thanks for the bits. Yeah, I mentioned when we started tonight, Gorks, that I wasn't sure how I felt about the Goblins. I could see the Goblins being very good in a specific subset of matches, but I also think there's probably going to be a lot of matches where the Goblins just don't accomplish a whole lot. This style of matchup, Goblins are going to be pretty good though, right? But they're going to leave a little bit to be desired against things like, say, green-black and the aggressive decks for sure. All right. It's a little aggressive, but I'm actually going to go ahead and just like try and cut them off of cards here. I just want to use my mana so that way when I eventually deploy a threat, they're less likely to have an answer, because I'm kind of choked on resources right now, so I want to just spend them while I can. My opponent also has uncounterable threats like Chromium in their deck, so giving them more draws to find their uncounterable threats doesn't bode well for us. If they cast this Chemistry's Insight again here, just like that. Yeah, I'm just not in a position to race that, unfortunately. I'm gonna swap the cantrip selection up in here really quick to favor Opt instead of Discovery. The cheaper cantrip is good with Niv-Mizzet, and also like the instant speed synergizes with our counter spells a little bit better. You said you also tried Legion. I think this Lightning Strike's probably a little bit silly too. I'd rather have Shock for resource efficiency. Shock's also good with Niv-Mizzet because, again, resource efficient. Yeah, the Amulet deck's a lot of fun. I think it's pretty reasonable. Yeah, good game, Zozer. Yeah, let's try this. I'm gonna try the Legion Warboss a little bit more. I think there's enough control running around that Warboss is probably okay. It's also possible that Legion Warboss is just better out of the board, because a lot of the other threats we have in this deck are recursive or replace themselves, whereas Legion Warboss just gets 1-for-1 and generates no value. Yeah, I'll keep this against a random. So, because I have a second removal spell here, I'm going to go ahead and pass the turn. If my opponent has Curiosity plus Dive Down here, they'd Curiosity, I'd Shock, they'd Dive Down, they'd draw a card, but then I'd untap and Lava Coil. Man, these Phoenixes are about to be incredible. They are very good in this matchup. I'm going to go ahead and clean their board out now. What's the greed in greedy green-black? Lots of top end. That was a good draw. Lava Coil is just so good. Is there merit to playing Murmuring Mystic and Drake? Yeah, I think so. Murmuring Mystic's pretty powerful. This is a pretty free block. This just comes back. I suppose it's not a free block if they Merfolk trickstered me. They could trickster me in response and then it wouldn't make an egg. Something to think about. That bird, please, bring it back. Again, Phoenix just being an incredibly good defensive tool here. Was really impressive as a defensive tool versus the mono green deck. Opponent checking out what their options are here. No attacks. I'm gonna leave both these back as blockers. Yep, they lose their Curious Obsession. Alright, Legion Warboss, do your thing. So they're attacking for 8. Do I attack them for 9? Probably not. Oh, I totally should attack, because these are just... I'm dumb. I'm dumb. They have 2 of these. 130% should have attacked. We can't block. They have 2 of these. We are super dead. If I would have attacked for 8, they'd be at 12, and then I'd be attacking for lethal this turn. Yeah, that's super bad. Definitely should have. I didn't register that they had 2 of them. Yeah, so I'd actually be attacking for lethal here if I would have attacked last turn. Do they have a thing? If they have a thing, I feel less bad. Yeah, we're done. Man, that's unfortunate. I thought we were getting away with that one. The start lined up incredibly well for us, and then it just kind of snowballed out of control very quickly for us. We don't really have sideboard cards for this matchup. I've got a couple of Banefires to bring in. And like, that's it. Mono blue tends to be very good against these counterspell based decks. These blue mid-range and control decks, it gets under them very efficiently. I guess I want Ralzer because just like another Doomblade. Cannonade's pretty bad in this matchup. It doesn't kill Siren Storm Tamer and it doesn't kill Warkite Marauder. Yeah. It kills like there's like 2 Merfolks it kills. It does not kill a lot. Impossible Mango, thank you very much for the brand new Twitch Prime support. There's a lot of great people making a lot of great stuff on Twitch. Thanks for supporting mine with that. Welcome. What's your least favorite deck / theme to play against? The archetypes I dislike playing against in Magic don't exist in Standard, so I'm pretty happy to be here. Yeah, their draw was pretty good too. Double Jhin, double Curious. Definitely like not bad from their side of the table. Like our start wasn't bad either though, right? Like we had a bunch of removal spells and double Phoenix. Turn 3 card liberated with the card emote. Checks out. Well, I appreciate it. That free money turns into real money. Pays my bills, the Twitch Prime does. Alright, well their start's slow. Can I draw a land for the next 2 to 3 turns? The rank system is currently broken. You basically impossible to get past Silver 2. actually impossible. Pretty close to actually impossible. Boop. Boop it on the nose there. All right, so I have double protection spell and I'm gonna vomit. Really, just stone cold nothing. What's going on, Manatithe? Hope things are well with you and yours. Okie doke. Is this card good here? What do you think? Is this card good? Maybe. Maybe. What is in their hand? Just stone cold nothing?
Forecast is cloudy with a high chance of rain. Well, let's see what the wind blows in.
That they want to attack Ral, more power to them. You can buy all the cards in Artifact for like 200 bucks. I just straight up don't know about it though. For economy wise, it feels bad when I open 5 packs and get 4 repeat ears. Yeah, it's weird, Zerq. And like I wanted to play this afternoon and I should have just waited. Like I paid $10 for cards that apparently only cost like $5 now. So I shouldn't have been impatient. But again, like I feel like, and that's why I'm really not a huge fan of the whole secondary market thing. I feel like I got punished for wanting to play their game. DJP, thanks for the 3-month resub. Thanks for making great content on a daily basis. It makes me happy when I watch your stream. Well, thanks for the support. Welcome back. Yeah, I wanted to poke around with some things this afternoon after I got done streaming and doing all my post-stream stuff. Yeah. And then like the extra kicker was I bought cards while they were expensive, and then Valve put a hold on my account because I didn't have a mobile authenticator activated, so I couldn't sell my one expensive card. Yeah, your first mistake was wanting to play the game, TCG Finance. Yep, that's exactly what it feels like. So now, like, regardless of like what I think of Artifact as a game now, I have like this negative feeling attached to it. Like the game just has like this negative connotation in my mind because I was punished monetarily for wanting to play it when I wanted to play it. Yeah, I have a second copy of Drow that could have sold for much more, but a week from now it probably won't be worth anything. Yeah, yep. When you're playing Arena, you can enable full control mode if you would like to bluff. So if you hit shift and control at the same time, it'll toggle a full control mode on, which stops everywhere, even if you don't have anything. So Valve released a new card game called Artifact today, and instead of having a closed market like Arena and Hearthstone and a lot of the other new games releasing do, it has an open secondary market. Because Valve wants to make WotC money and Star City money, so they get a cut on all of the things that happen on their auction house. So I decided to buy some cards because I was an idiot and wanted to play the game, and I got gouged on the prices apparently because they're way cheaper now. So if you see here, if I hit shift control here, it adds full control mode. Control shift, yeah, there we go. And then that stays up until I turn it off. Come at me, Miss Cloak. Yeah, like it's just like base level TCG Finance, right? Like I shouldn't feel bad for having wanted to play the game, basically. So I led on the Rekindling Phoenix there because they were likely to have a counterspell, and I have 2 of those. I'd rather that get countered than my Crackling Drake, I think. Yeah. Yeah, and by the time I'm able to sell my Drow next week, you know, when the stupid authenticator thing is let up off my account, it'll probably be worth nothing. It'll probably be worth like $2. So like, I got screwed on wanting to buy cards early, and I got screwed on not being able to sell my cards early. So just like, got ranched in 2 different directions by Valve. We don't actually know yet, Sniperwire. So the game just released today, so the market's probably gonna be really volatile. So like, a card I bought this afternoon for $10 is apparently only $5 now. So, you know, so much for my investment, because I've invested in this digital card game. This isn't a game I play for fun. I've invested in artifacts, and I've lost half my investment now. TCG finance nerds are the stone cold worst. One of my buddies, he lives in Canada, so they gave him Monopoly money, I guess, but he got $58 Canadian for an axe today, he said. No, Artifact's just BC. Artifact is a lot like Magic in that I don't think it'll ever have a mobile client. The game just has too much going on to play on mobile. Yeah, exactly, Bulldozer. Gotta have 3 phones to play Artifact on mobile. Yep, exactly. How are we doing tonight, folks? Welcome. If you're new, thanks for dropping by. If you're a returning viewer, welcome back. My name is Jeff Hoagland. I'm a full-time streamer and content producer here on Twitch. I play pretty much all constructed Magic on my channel. We play a ton of Standard here on Magic Arena. We also play some Modern on Magic Online. If you're new and you're enjoying my content, make sure you hit that follow button. If you're really enjoying my stuff, please consider subscribing to my channel. I love what I do here, but my subscribers are the reason I'm able to do it as often as I do it. They're the people that keep me employed, and I wouldn't be here without their awesome support. Past subscribing, you can also support my stuff by checking out some of my really wonderful sponsors. Lisa would like to get you on your way to a better night's sleep. Christy and I have been sleeping with Lisa for the last 5 months now, and I really love it. I don't think we'd ever go back to traditional pillow top mattress. You can save $160 or more on your new mattress with them by checking out links bit.ly/HoogleBedUS and bit.ly/HoogleBedCA. Are you someone that thinks you'll always find the best possible line while you're playing Magic the Gathering? Why not put your skills to the test? Head on over to PossibilityStorm.com and find over 80 Magic the Gathering puzzles. They put up ones of varying difficulty, new ones every single week there. CoolStuffInc.com buys and sells a lot of cool stuff, including TCG singles. Using promo code Jeff5, you can save 5% on Magic, Pokemon, Warhammer, and Yu-Gi-Oh cards with them. And of course, my shuffling deck is protected by none other than my BCW Elite Guard sleeves. Using code Jeff10 at BCWSupplies.com, you can save 10% on your orders of sleeves, deck box, and all sorts of other fantastical stuff there with them. There's the right scene. Heading on into our next match here with our blue-red mid-range deck. Arena has to be made with mobile in mind. Magic just isn't a game that's going to translate well to mobile. Every time I play a control match where we both have 20 lands in play and like planeswalkers and creatures, just like imagining trying to navigate that even on the best of UIs on a 5-inch screen sounds absolutely miserable. Even on my tablet, that's probably not feasible. Those boards become hard to manage on my 28-inch monitor. I'm going to go through all your leagues with green black elves and record stuff like a bunch of sideboarding decisions and the play, draw win rate. Is there anything you want me to write down or share or document for you? Nothing too specific jumps to mind, Jet. Just whatever you think to write down, I wouldn't mind seeing it afterwards. I've been attempting streaming Magic Arena. Just ended. Actually, luckily, I get to duration through. What's going on, Ever? Hope you had a good stream. Could be mono blue again. Could be some kind of control deck. Hopefully, we don't get caught with our hand in the cookie jar here and miss our land drop. Fantabulous. I'm going to go ahead and shock this in so we can check out our options twice over at the end of their turn. How do you target the Planeswalker under the stack? If you look about here where my mouse pointer is when the stack is up, there is a button which lets you hide the stack. So if you look here, there's an arrow which hides the stack. Looks like Jeskai control. That's fantastic. All right, scatter me, baby. Ah. Do-do-do-do-do-do. That's why I play at my 50-inch 4K TV. I like when my cards are full size. God bless. Is it about to be deafening, opponent? Am I going to be able to hear afterwards? Don't blow my eardrums out. I like my eardrums. And they don't have Wreckage mana up here. Do I jam? I think I jam. Because, like, if they sweep me, the bird comes back. So, like... And if I play this here and they counterspell it, that means they're not drawing 2 cards, which is great for me. Sure. Wow! Rude. Rude. Ooh. Ooh, I found a piece of candy, chat. Delicious. Nummy candy. Nummy, nummy candy. This is good for us too here. So I get to shock Teferi and then attack it for 3. Even if they Nova me here, I get to draw a card, so I think that's fine. They'll go to 10. I'll play Warboss. They'll go to 9. I was watching earlier Elf videos, and you said in those videos you didn't like Dismember. What changed your mind? I played more games. I played more games against fast creature decks like Humans and Devoted Combo and Infect. Dismember is very good against Devoted Druid and Infect, and it's reasonable against Humans. So one of the important things to know about Magic, so if you look at a Planeswalker card here, you'll notice that the loyalty addition or subtraction comes before the colon. In a Magic the Gathering, anything that comes before the colon in a card is part of putting that thing's activation cost on the stack. So that happens immediately and you can't respond to it. So you can respond to the effect itself, but you can't respond to them actually gaining counters when it goes on the stack. I have too many cards for control, huh? So like, and this is one of the things you want to think about when you're going through your sideboard. So like, I'm looking at the 75 cards I have here in front of me, and I feel like I have 62 cards that I want in my deck for this matchup, which probably means I should cut 2 of these cards from my deck because there's too many cards in my deck for the control matchup. Whenever you're sideboarding and the ins and outs don't line up well with each other, that usually means your deck isn't built with that matchup in mind. I guess you could argue I could just trim some cantrips here, like go down Discovery. Maybe that's fine. It's possible that I should just cut Firemind's Research. This is a card I haven't been too terribly impressed with. Someone mentioned the Immortal Sun and Ralzeric. So while you are correct, that those cards have anti-synergy with each other. Both of those cards are so individually powerful that if you have Sun in play and it doesn't get answered, you can afford to draw a Ral that doesn't do anything. And vice versa, if you have a Ral in play that's not being answered, you can afford to draw a Sun and just not cast it. Yeah, if either of those threats live, they're taking over the game. Op's a good draw. Help us hit our 4th land drop here. What's going on, Burgle? Is Arena still in beta? Yeah, technically. Arena, okay, and what I'm about to say, I say with the asterisk that I really like Arena, and I think it's great Magic software. Arena is what I like to refer to as a dishonest beta at the moment. It's a beta in the sense that they're calling it pre-release software, but they're allowing you to give them piles of money. So like, if it was really testing software, they would give everybody the cards, and like companies do this a lot, right? Like Wizards is far from the first company to run a beta like this. It's very common to run betas like this, and I think it's very annoying as a consumer. Like, companies often leave their software in this beta state for a long time, so whenever they have an issue, they can go, "No, it's a beta, we told you it might break." Just like, instead of providing better customer service. And again, that isn't really specific to... So we're dead. I think we're dead. All right, so I'm gonna explosion them for 1 to try and hit my land drop, so I can play my own Niv-Mizzet. This is a reason to leave Fight with Fire in my deck. It's a reason to leave Fight with Fire in my deck. Yeah, that was loose on my part. Definitely should have left Fight with Fire in my deck. If I play 4 Niv, do I need Fight with Fire against other Niv? Asking the real questions. Who am I kidding? We're keeping this hand. Let's not kid ourselves, chat. We all know where this is going. We all know the direction in which this is headed. Never playing a second land drop. That's the direction for those of you that are new here. It physically hurts to bottom that in a control matchup, but it's correct. Gosh, should have been greedy. Should have been greedy. Would have hit. Should have been greedy. Would have hit. What a tilt. Those lands don't make blue mana, opponent. Oh, there we go. There we go. Better than missing. Better than missing. How much longer do you think MTGO will last? I think MTGO is here for the long haul. I think they were honest with their consumers about what MTGO was going to be. If you'll notice, if you pay attention to Magic Online updates, and you might not, but I do because I do Magic Online for work still, right? So Magic Online, the Magic Online Championship Series starting this year doesn't involve Standard or Limited. And if you'll notice, Standard and Limited, well, golly, those are the 2 formats you can play on Magic Arena. So they've removed the 2 formats for Magic Online that you can play on Magic Arena for Magic Online's biggest tournament. And that's not by mistake, right? They are phasing those formats competitively to this application because this application is the future. The future is now. I'm gonna go ahead and Ionize here because I'm jamming Niv next turn. Magic Online is going to exist as long as WotC can keep cashing checks from it. It's just the TLDR. As long as Magic Online continues making Wizards of the Coast money hand over fist, it will continue to be a thing.
Let's slow this down. Not so fast.
Not so fast. Are they planning similar events to move series onto Arena? Yes, so December 6th, there is a competitive Magic announcement that will almost certainly involve something to do with Arena. At least the smart money's on that. Don't you dare spell pierce me. Don't you dare spell pierce me. Whew, whew. The card went onto the stack there and my heart skipped a beat there. I was like, whoa, it's a 1 mana blue spell.
Won't let you win.
That's a 1 mana blue spell. This is my heartbeat song and I'm gonna play it. Do 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 do. Rude. Rude. He's dead, Jim. You killed him. Are you happy? He's dead. You monster. Alrighty. Slam Big Daddy Niv-Mizzet into play here. I just gave my friend feedback regarding Amulet. They added mission briefings. That seems fine. It's good with your cantrips too. Yeah, correct, Wax Papers. Magic Online's always been that thing that they kind of ignore in the corner that, like, prints them lots of money. How much money have I put into Arena so far? 1,200 bucks or so? Right around 1,200. Somewhere in there. Do you have a thing? How much of that was WotC's money? Wizard of the Coast has given me more than $1,200 to stream Arena at this point. Full disclosure, sponsored streams get paid a lot. There is a reason why when streams are up as sponsored streams, there are a lot of people streaming them. This Niv-Mizzet is never attacking. It is not getting sealed away. It is not getting settled or wreckaged. Nope. Hard pass. How much that was Wendy's fries money? That also paid pretty well. Do I have all of standard? I do not. I think I'm missing like a third of the mythics. Yeah, anybody who streams like a big game with a huge audience, like you only need to have 1,500 people watching you to get like the full payout for sponsored streams. So, oh gosh. Where did everything go so wrong, chat? I felt like we were ahead at one point and then just like it all just, oh, you know where it went wrong? We have 5, 11, 12, 13 lands and they have 7 lands. That's where it went wrong. We have We have 14 lands and they have 7 lands. Yep, that's about where it went wrong. Rough. All right, let's head back on in here, shall we? Let's play one more with the blue-red mid-range deck before. What's the last one today? Oh, greedy green-black. Yeah, I am. Man, we've played like 6 or 7 blue mirrors tonight. I am ready to smash some people with some giant dinosaurs. If this was Monopoly, you'd be crushing them. You have property for days. We'll play one more intellectual matchup where we feel smart and like respond to spells and stuff, and then we'll just start jamming dragons down people's throats. Flood warding, right? Man, we literally just had a blizzard over the weekend, like up in Chicago, and we're supposed to get thunderstorms on Saturday. The weather is so wild. Like, it's supposed to be 60 degrees and lightning storms here. Like 25-mile-per-hour winds and rain and stuff. The ranking system for Arena is currently broken. Holy crap, they don't have violence. Maybe they're playing Sultai. I had no spells, Danny. I conceded that game with 3 lands in my hand. Whoa, chat. It can't be global warming. Didn't you just hear me? I said it was a blizzard. There can't be a blizzard if it's global warming. Duh, it says it right in the name. Gosh, people on the internet so silly. Yeah, they really branded that wrong, right? Like, if we really, like, the depressing part is, like, you hear politicians and crap, like, actually say things like that. Al Gore's to blame for all of it. He did invent the internet. Suddenly, Jund appears. Man, John Avon better watch out. I am working really hard to draw lands as much as he does. I'm coming for his title, chat. Coming for his title. I'm gonna like play this Niv, and it's gonna get like gobbled up by a chupacabra. And just be incredibly sad.
I will be the one. Soon you will be left with nothing.
Things aren't looking good for our hero, chat. Things aren't looking good for our hero. When you're at a large tournament, what do you normally eat after a tough match? The souls of the innocent. Nam Carver, thank you for the 6-month resub. I appreciate that. Welcome back. At what point do I get to start aggressively moderating chat? The 12 months, of course. Didn't I play a dungeon? We did, actually. We did. Why not Lava Coil the Vraska? Because that is not a legal play. This only does damage to creatures. McCarlin, thank you for the brand new Twitch Prime support. I know there's a lot of great people making a lot of great stuff on Twitch. Thanks for supporting mine this month with that. All right, well, we answered the Vraska in a roundabout way. It's too bad the Eldest Reborn is going to bring it back and devour our soul. SP Joe, thank you very much for the brand new Prime support. Thanks for shipping your Bezo bucks this way this month. Like, this card's, like, already, like, probably top 3 for removal spells in Standard. Like, would it be the best if it could hit Planeswalkers? It might be, like, the best if it could hit Planeswalkers. We are just incredibly dead. card would be $100. It's an uncommon, Matthew. Calm down now. This is probably a Disdainful Stroke matchup. It's definitely a Star of Extinction match. It's definitely an Immortal Sun matchup. Legion Warboss leaves a lot to be desired against decks full of creatures that can block it. Expansion seems less than great. I'm going to trim these cantrips because they're just kind of filler. This seems reasonable. No, I don't think I'm supposed to cut Ral. Again, like, these cards are both incredibly powerful, and if either of these cards are living, it's okay to draw the other and not be able to cast it. Like, if one of your personal Howling Minds is staying on the table, you're probably going to win the game. Force of Will is $100 uncommon, right? Expansion Explosion is just really expensive. Chris, thank you for the 30 months. Welcome back. You're having a good one. Niv is in fact quite good. I saw you posting hands of goldfishing the Drake's deck. That's Matt's favorite deck right now. Seems pretty powerful. Put a mulligan to 5. Get out my house. Has an excellent pickup here. This card's usually pretty good against green black. It's very resilient. Pressures their planeswalkers nice. Put that red source back right there. Don't you go anywhere. Yeah, our hand's very good. Good strong curve here. Like, not really a big deal. We like lose one of these two most likely, and then Rekindling Phoenix comes down next turn. Like, Sands of Contempt will be a pretty reasonable spot. Look at that. They took our counter spells, so I don't even have to feel bad about tapping out. What's the best way to build Dexterity is to buy packs? Which packs? I'm sorry for the stupid question. It's not a stupid question. The economy on Arena is very confusing. Yeah, just buy packs, Rabin. Buy packs. Just go. You want it? Just buy 90 guilds packs. Figure out how much money you want to spend, and then go buy that many booster packs.
Your demise was
Rude.
how to destroy things.
If you're gonna spend more than $180 worth of 180 packs worth, then get another set. But probably the first 180 packs, I'd pick up all guilds. Dan, at a mock style event arena, would you play? I mean, if I qualified, I would probably attempt to qualify. Yes, depending on how the qualification process goes. If it didn't interfere with my work. Because, like, obviously, if, like, the qualification process involved playing ladder matches, I probably wouldn't be able to qualify because I use the ladder for work. And we play some decks that are kind of medium sometimes. That would make it hard to qualify. You have killed my Rekindling Phoenix. Congratulations.
I remember. Pain hurts. Decision time.
Decision time. I'm gonna check out my options now because I could hit that for later. I could have found a 4-drop creature there, right? And I would have wanted to play a 4-drop creature this turn. His opponent cast a red spell yet. They have not. They're likely playing the Jund Planeswalkers deck that we played on stream a little bit. I think Day 9 streamed it a bit too, which probably increases popularity. It's basically green-black splashing Anagrath and a couple other sideboard cards. Angrath? It's Angrath. It's not Anagrath, it's Angrath. People yelled at me a bunch last time because I said it wrong. People are so mean to me.
I've killed for less.
Seems like you've been running bad in these matches. What I wanted to take away from both, the sidebar, you touched on that in the end and what changes you make the great. Yeah, definitely, Gorks.
Good aim. Ooh, let's see what we got.
Rekindled Soul, thank you for the 9 months. And the tier 2 resub, I appreciate that. My tier 2 subs support me a little bit extra, so be sure to let me know which deck you'd like to bump in the queue this month for that. I appreciate it. Feel free to just drop a message in chat or whisper me in private. So if they... Wait, was that the wrong Vraska? I think they clicked the wrong Vraska there. Ral does have some great voice clips. Reckless Charlie, thank you for the brand new Prime sub. Thanks for shipping your Bezo bucks this way this month. Welcome, welcome. Yep. Let's do it. Run it back. Been on a standard for a while. What's the reason to get guilds packs in arena? The guilds is the set that will rotate the longest. The longest from now, guilds doesn't rotate for basically 2 years, and guilds has all the shock lands in it. So like, there's a lot of relevant rares that you will open there. So if you're not someone that's like gonna have a full collection, building in on guilds will give you the most to build with later as you keep playing arena and standard. If you're gonna put a ton of money in, I wouldn't get more than 180 packs from a single set. Like, I'd get 180 from guilds and then start buying the older sets from there. That's what I did. But if you're only putting in like a couple $100, I would just buy all the guild stuff and then use your wild cards to get the few things you need, the things you need from other sets. Yeah, Dominaria is fine as well. It has rare dual lands in it. This is my Drake. My Drake draws a card. Yeah. That's pretty good. I still don't understand how wild card works. I get that they let you pick a card of that rarity, but how do you... I don't know how you obtain them. Is there just one per pack? So you can open wild cards randomly inside of booster packs, and past opening them randomly inside of booster packs, they also, you get them at a guaranteed rate for just opening booster packs. So every 6 packs you open, you get a rare wild card, and for every 6 packs you open, you get a rare wild card, and every 3rd rare wild card is a mythic. But you can also open wild cards of any rarity inside of booster packs directly. Will they have any answer to this Immortal Sun? I hope not. When I played this deck, I don't think we did. Maybe they have Assassin's Trophy in the 75. Killing us. The answer to Immortal Sun is death for your opponent. That's the answer. Forgot about that one. It's a good line. It's a good solid answer. The good news is I get to draw 2 cards a turn, so if I can like find another Phoenix or a Niv-Mizzet, we might be okay here. Another Phoenix would just be stellar. You have a bunch of counter spells here, just like actual factual. Why did I counterspell that? That card doesn't actually do anything. Why did I counterspell that? That card doesn't actually do anything. Oh, the block was free there, right? It was a reflex. It was 110% a reflex. Yep. Yeah, I totally should have blocked there. It was a gain 4. Because you're right, I could counterspell anything that tried to kill the egg. I agree. 100% should have blocked. It was just like, Vraska, you don't let Vraska resolve. Yeah, I agree. I think we just like stall the board and let the Immortal Sun bury them. I don't think I can take another hit here. Really wish I would have let that Vraska resolve. Countering that there too means that this shock lets Crackling Drake trade with this, which is nice. Well, I guess I don't even need to do that because like they just double. No, I shock them and it gives the 6 power. So I can do this. This might be a concession shock. Get him dead real fast here. Need to like dodge another Carnage Tyrant basically. Even another Carnage Tyrant doesn't race my Phoenix, right? Now Ionize is lethal after the Phoenix hit. Kick it. Do 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 beep boo. Do do do. Fight with Fire was really good in this deck at multiple points tonight. Was really happy with Fight with Fire. Read the Immortal Sun. The Immortal Sun says Planeswalkers can't be activated. So the Vraska was just like 6 mana, do nothing on that board. What's the best Immortal Sun deck? Probably something token based. All right, wrap up on blue-red mid-range before we move along to playing some green-black. I think I wasn't a fan of these Legion Warbosses. I think I would rather just see the threat base consolidated into a little bit more of this top end. I think I would probably get rid of these and just like play an extra Drake and an extra Ral. I really think you can't understate how good Ral is in the format right now, because it's very important to be able to kill opposing Niv-Mizzets. With that in mind, I think I turned the 3rd slot here from those goblins into Fight with Fire, which was another card that like pretty consistently overperformed for us tonight. Sideboard. I feel like the sideboard had too many cards for the control matchups, and I wouldn't mind having like an extra card for maybe aggro or even the green-black matchups. I think the easy cuts here are Firemind's Research, so those can get out of here. Banefire's like okay. I feel like in this archetype, Banefire's a little bit of a crutch. I feel like the decks that Banefire should be good against, this style of deck should already be good against because of your Nivs and your Phoenixes and your Crackling Drakes. So I think I would go up a Star of Extinction because I really love this card about in the green-black matchup. I think playing like an extra copy of Shock or something like that in the sideboard could be good. Honestly, I could even see like going down Fiery Cannonade and just playing more efficiency. Yeah, a Miser Banefire just to get people is probably fine. and like round that. So basically, the logic I always have when I'm building sideboards is that your cards that you want for the control matchups, you can play less copies of, because when you're playing against a control deck, the game's gonna go long most of the time, which gives you more of a chance to find your ace for the control deck. Whereas when you're playing against the aggro matchups, the aggro matches, when you lose them, are brutal and quick, right? So you want to give yourself access to as many good tools against aggro as possible, because you're not going to have a lot of time to draw those good tools. So I think I would round out the playset of shocks and even add a Shivan Fire as a 5th shock. What are my thoughts on Dive Down? It's fine. If you wanted to play like a fun of, that could be okay, or a couple, maybe. You could, like, if you wanted to fit them in, it's probably like the discovery and the expansion slot here where they could go. Like, I like turning the 2 discoveries into like a 26 land and then like cut the expansion as well and like play a pair of dive downs could be fine. No, I think in the main deck, playing Shock is correct in this archetype, because occasionally we're being aggressive with Crackling Drake, and also Shock is a card you can play proactively when you have 7 mana to trigger your Niv-Mizzet right away. What would it take for me to play a low to the ground red deck to use 1-drop pirates? Probably a deck submission using my form. Pretty much everything we play on this channel is viewer submitted content through the decklist form there. All right, so that's gonna wrap up